Hi, it's Adrian again, and this is video number 2, grade time 4, unit 8. Let's remember the dialogue between Mr. Atkins and the reporter.
Mr. Atkins, we are live for the Great Time News. How do you feel about this incident?
Well, I'm still feeling surprised at what happened.
Don't you feel angry?
Well, most people would be angry in my situation, but I'm grateful that I can go to work on my bike again. I'll probably write another message to the thief. I want to thank him for returning the bike and tell him I've forgiven him.
Wow, but aren't you going to the police?
No, I'm not going to report the incident to the police because I believe everyone can do bad things sometimes. What counts is that people own up to their mistakes.
What a story! If only all thieves thought like that. This is Felipe for Great Time News.
During Mr. Atkins' interview, he was speaking directly with the reporters, saying, for example, "I'm still feeling surprised at what happened. I'm grateful that I can go to work on my bike again. I'll probably write another message to the thief. I want to thank him for returning the bike and tell him I've forgiven him. I'm not going to report the incident to the police because I believe everyone can do bad things sometimes." Okay, so these were the exact words of Mr. Atkins. But what if we want to report what he said to another person or on the newspaper? We use something called reported speech to report what someone said in the past. In reported speech, we often change the verb that was used in the direct speech. Look how we could report what Mr. Atkins said. "I'm still feeling surprised at what happened." Mr. Atkins told the reporters that he was still feeling surprised at what had happened. "I'm grateful that I can go to work on my bike again." He said that he was just grateful that he could go to work on his bike again. "I'll probably write another message to the thief." Mr. Atkins added that he would probably write another message to the thief. "I want to thank him for returning the bike and tell him I've forgiven him." He said he wanted to thank him for returning the bike and tell him he'd forgiven him, or he had forgiven him. "I'm not going to report the incident to the police because I believe everyone can do bad things sometimes." He said that he wasn't going to report the incident to the police because he believed that everyone could do bad things sometimes. So, as you can notice, when you report something, we change some things in the reported speech. We change the verbs. They usually go to the past. We change the people. Sometimes you becomes he, she becomes he, or whatever. Okay, so we change things there. So what was the change in the verbs in the reported speech? So now we're going to do this in our books. Let's open our books and find out. Okay, so this is the second part of our class, and we're going to analyze how the verbs change in the reported speech, okay? So remember that there was that interview between Mr. Atkins and the reporter, okay? And Mr. Atkins was talking about the incident. And in this case, in our books, we have Miss Atkins. In our story, it was Mr. Atkins. Okay, so he said, "Oh, I've always liked it," referring to the bike. This is his exact words, okay? "I'm still feeling surprised by the incident, okay? I was really angry. I'm grateful that I can go to school on my bike again because the thief returned the bike. Most people would be angry in my situation. I'm not going to report the incident to the police. And a friend gave it to me years ago. I'll probably write another message. Okay, so these were what Mr. or Miss Atkins was talking to the reporter. This was his exact words. Remember? Let's see how we can change into the reported speech, okay? If we put like, I've always liked it, number 3, in the reported speech would be like this. She said that she'd always like it. So I've always liked it. The present perfect becomes the past perfect. This have goes to the past, had. So she said that she had always liked it. I'm still feeling surprised. Number 4, she commented that she was still feeling surprised. So I am becomes she was, goes to the past. I was really angry. Number 1, Miss Atkins told reporters that she had been really angry. So I was, the past of the verb to be, goes to the past perfect. She had been really angry. I'm grateful that I can go to work. I can go to school on my bike again. So here, this is number 6. She said that she was grateful. I am grateful. She was grateful. I am goes to the past. She was grateful that I can go, that she could go. Can goes to the past, yeah. But can becomes could, to school on her bike again. Most people would be angry in my situation. This is number 5. She said that most people would be angry in her situation. My changes into her, okay? And would doesn't change. It remains the same, okay? I'm not going to report the incident to the police. Number 8, she said that she wasn't going to report the incident to the police. I'm not going, wasn't going, goes to the past. A friend gave it to me years ago. This is number 2. She said that a friend had given it to her years ago. Gave it to me, the past goes to the past perfect. Had given. Okay? This is number 2. And finally, I'll probably write another message. Number 7. She added that she'd probably write another message. Will becomes would. Here it's contracted. Would probably write another message. So what is the rule? So let's see. What is the rule? The rule is, in the direct speech, when it's in the simple present, it goes to the simple past. Present becomes past. If it's present continuous, it becomes past continuous. I am doing becomes I was doing. She is doing becomes she was doing. Present perfect, I have done becomes past perfect. I had done. She has done, she had done. Simple past becomes past perfect as well. She gave the bike to the police. She had given the bike to the police. Past perfect becomes past perfect, doesn't change. She said that she had given the bike to the police. Or I had given the bike to the police. She said that she had given the bike to the police. Past perfect doesn't change. Would doesn't change as well. Can becomes could. Will changes into would. And am, is, or are going to becomes was or were going to. So this is the rule. Okay? Let's see some a summary of the rules. Okay? So we use reported speech to report what someone said in the past. In reported speech, we often change the verb that I was using in direct speech. It's 10 o'clock, she said. She said it was 10 o'clock. It's raining, my mom said. My mom said it was raining. So it goes to the past. I've had a really bad day, he said. He said that he'd had a really bad day. So present perfect becomes past perfect. He had had. He didn't remember to call me, I said. I said he hadn't remembered to call me. The simple past becomes past perfect. Had or hadn't remembered. I can't do this exercise, my friend said. My friend said she couldn't do the exercise, so can becomes could. I'll pick you up at 8, she said. She said she would pick me up at 8. Will becomes would. And we're going to tell the police, she said. She said that they were going to tell the police. Here we have two changes. We becomes they because we are reporting what they said, and are going becomes we're going to the police. Okay? So these are the changes. And finally, we have activity number 3 in your notebook. You have to rewrite these sentences in reported speech. Let's see how they change. Oh, there's something extra. Sometimes the tense doesn't change. They had stolen my car, she said. She said they'd stolen her car. Past perfect remains past perfect. And no one would want it to happen, he said. He said that no one would want it to happen. Would remains would. Okay, let's go to exercise number 3, page 76. I'd be happy to put cameras all over the store, the manager said. I would be happy. So would doesn't change. It remains the same. So the manager said that he, because we're talking about he, that he'd be happy to put cameras all over the store. The police can't find the con man, Dad said. Can becomes could. So that said that the police couldn't find the con man. 3. We saw the robber from across the street, the woman told the police. Saw is the past, so it becomes past perfect. So the woman told the police that, this is optional, that they'd seen the robber from across the street. They had seen the robber. So the past perfect of saw is had seen. Okay? We're thinking of having a new alarm installed, the store owner said. The store owner said that they were thinking of having a new alarm system installed. We are becomes they were. We haven't heard or seen anything our neighbor said. Our neighbor said that they hadn't heard or seen anything. So it goes to the past. Present perfect becomes past perfect. I'll buy the game console for you, the man told his kids. The man told his kids that he'd buy, will becomes would, that he would buy the game console for them. You becomes them because we are referring to the kids. Okay, so this is the last one. Well, I hope that was clear. Yeah, so I think you should go and try to do some other exercises in your notebook about this, page 74. Okay, so see you in the next video. Bye-bye.